Hey guys, FitzBro here, and it's the day we've all been waiting for, the first Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition patch of 2021. This is update number 13088, and I just wanted to go through this update with you guys as I was reading it and share my thoughts, and we'll be interested in seeing what everybody else thinks about these new updates and balance changes I'm sure that we will see. So let's see what we're going to get into here. Okay, so our first patch of 2021, new quality of life features, stability improvements, balance updates, and bug fixes to the game. And it says continue work on larger projects and features for future releases. So that could be exciting. Here's a brief look at what's coming today. New starting resources and ending age settings for your custom matches. Okay, I don't do a ton of those. Post-match screen, quickly review the map or progress to the match stats. I don't know that I've had a lot of issues with that yet. Out of sync error fixes, performance up improvements, and crash fixes. Well, this is always a good thing to have. Spanish home city, new banners, cosmetics. Looks like is a popular ask. Personally, I never really care about any of the cosmetic fixes, but I know some people do. Leaderboard, yay! I thought this would have been the easiest thing to fix. 200 entries is expanded now past 200 entries, so you can see more than the top 200. So that's good news. You can see where your enemies rank on the board if you are not in the top 200, which I have not been recently with my random civs, so it'll be nice to get to see where everyone stands and look players up. Fix display of Chinese characters when paired with numbers. Exploit fixes include newly employed dot box. Oh, I didn't even know Germans were doing that, but it's only a good thing for me. Reset. Okay, campaign changes. Torps. A first look at bringing them into line with the rest of the game. Ooh, what is that going to mean? We'll see. Improvements to extensive fortifications and access for everyone. Ooh, I'm not sure if I like this line. This just screams stronger walls, more forts, towers, etc. Boy, yet another patch that looks like aiming at a lot of treaty balance changes. We'll see here. Personally, I would love some weaker walls. I think they can make the games extremely long. AI improvements. Okay, good. Okay, let's dive into it and see what we got here. Okay, so stability and performance. Okay, out of syncs, you talked about that. Make sure it identifies the correct map, cave terrain. Okay, some mod updates. Okay, so nothing huge there. This is good. Memory corruption, unit grouping code. Okay, always good for some improvements of the memory. Looks like some graphic changes. Some minor changes there. Okay, UI. So yeah, we did see that the leaderboard has now been updated. More than 200 entries. That's great. Looks like objectives panel. Probably, I'm assuming this applies to the campaign or maybe scenarios. Looks like more abilities for the post-game from the victory and defeat in-game panel. Better Steam integration, looks like, with this one. Yep, find your profile. Some minor changes to the trees. Okay, settlers. Yeah. Okay. Nothing big there that I am seeing. Okay, number of maps. Okay, nothing huge there. I am happy to see that we can see the whole leaderboard. Settings, okay. Event challenges, KKK. Okay, general. Okay, let's see what we got here. Looks like there's a wall bug with placing a structure. I didn't have that personally, but it looks like they fixed that. Ensure the trading post can be constructed even when the enemy unit is adjacent. I love this. I wonder if this has improved the war chief or hero actually building the trade post, as they do sometimes stand still. Well, to see. Oh boy. Okay, hotkeys. Okay, hotkey support. Great. Now what is this? Chasco, you can now construct town centers and trading posts when obtained via an Incan ally. Does that mean if you have like a team chassis shipment that you could use that? Maybe this is a team game implementation, or I'm not very familiar. I haven't used these units a ton or played a lot of Inca, but that is a thing. We'll have to learn more about that. Looks like there's a revolt and age up exploit. I don't know if I ever saw that one, but that's pretty crazy. Okay, this is good. Working on map hacking. Looks like all of these things apply to that. And I guess the Doppelsoldner dot box. So some good fixes there. Excited to see that. Some fixes. Oh my gosh, this is so annoying. When building a deck, they finally fixed this. It would remove the wrong card. That's great. Glad to see that. Haven't seen a ton of priestesses converting, but I guess there was a bug with that. Okay, Consulate, I guess, was having issues, or Big Button was cycling through buildings. I wonder if I've had this issue before, and just didn't even know it. We'll see if anything feels different as we get into the game. Alaska and Rockies maps. I don't think we've seen those maps a whole lot, unless you're doing custom games. Okay, the AI message being sent by human players. Okay. So some general fixes overall. I think I'm pretty happy about everything we've seen there so far. I'm not going to really go through campaign. I haven't personally played the campaign. I'm not going to be able to speak much to it, but feel free to read through the updates to campaign. This is the meat and potatoes of what I wanted to read: civilization balance. Okay, so it looks like they've been changing the classes of the Coyote Runners. Refers unit class as hand shock infantry, when displaying the effects of the upgrade similar to the hand cavalry classification. So is this just a wording difference, or is it actually a class difference? Hand shock infantry instead of hand cavalry. We'll have to see. Okay, Rat Shields and Tiger Claws beside the hand shock infantry tag. I'm not entirely sure what they had before, but I know these things are definitely powerful units. Okay, corrected. Now, one of this has to do with it. Corrected shock infantry multipliers from 1.5 to 1.3. So it looks like Frontier Fortifications, okay, is no longer, it looks like a nerf for that. So maybe they gave them these tags and they've now nerfed those units slightly. I think this might be a nerf to Rand Shields if I'm reading this correctly. Native Scout and Chasqui, the damage of deficiency versus villagers removed upon sending the Advanced Scouts or Imara support card, as opposed to being automatically improved. So I think this is a nerf to probably the Scout Rush or the Chasqui Rush. It looks like they don't automatically get the update without the Advanced Scout card now. It appears what that is. They nerfed the Pirates. Didn't use a ton of those. Privateers will probably train Falcons, Culverins, and Galleons. Following Revolutions by Rich Trace. Okay. Haven't done a ton of that. Tiger Claw. Okay, no longer counter by artillery, which no more counter infantry, but rather acts as shock infantry with the counter. So it sounds like a lot of changes to the shock infantry tag, Tiger Claws, and Ran Shields. We'll have to learn more about exactly what that is all going to mean. And I guess to the scouts, it looks like, I think that's a nerf to the scouts. Cards. Let's see here. The Extension Fortifications card enable additional frontier fortification to be constructed. Oh, great. You know how much I love towers and castles and walls. It looks like now there's going to be more. I'm feeling like this is a treaty buff is what this was for. I mean, I don't know who's getting their build limit of all of these units. It seems pretty excessive. Variant of the card is now available to all civilizations. Well, at least it's even across the deck, but I don't think I've ever built the limit of war huts. Has been moved from the conversation to the exploration age. Okay. Maybe so you can put it in age 1 instead of having to use up your age 2, I guess. Increase the building by 100%. Boy, I am really nervous about what I'm going to see from the Portuguese and Incas now with this this nice thing. Hit points granted to outposts now applies to all fortifications. So this is a wall and fort buff. Oh man, I was kind of hoping to see walls take a nerf. Not gonna lie. So if you enjoy making lots of walls and defenses, this certainly is I think a buff to you. I think Portuguese will probably be much stronger for this unless we see other nerfs in this patch. And any civilizations that generally turtle, I think this might be very useful. I'm sure it has a lot of implications for treaty games. Okay, so Inca, a lot of Inca changes coming here. Let's see what we got. Bugs prevent from user snare ability. The Maceman unit, okay. I guess siege attack probably properly half there. Can now target naval units. They couldn't before. Okay, that's interesting. So it looks like they were more strong when they were in cover mode. They were overly strong before in cover mode. So a little change there, not a whole lot. Chasqui can no longer construct native embassies for the purpose of treaty balance. Okay. Guess that's so Chasqui couldn't make a forward embassy in treaty. Looks like they changed which units could be garrison and Kalanka. Plume Spear. Oh, wow. Big nerf from 42 to 35 siege attack. Largely aimed at making base trades less effective in team games, while creating opportunities for siege units such as Shiraka and Maceman to be used. Looks like they're really trying to make you use these units instead of just using the Spearman and Archer, that we're used to seeing, Bowman. So this is going to be interesting. I think this is a big hit to Inca. We'll see if these units are powerful enough, I guess. Looks like they did increase all these shipments 7 to 8. 6 to 7. Okay, so they did give a little buff to those shipments, but man, I'm anxious to see what this is going to do to Inca. I'm feeling like this is a pretty significant nerf for them. Okay, Indians. Oh, look at that. Decrease the population cost of siege elephants for treaty balance. Okay, so you can get some more siege elephants. Probably nice for India players out there. It's easy to get overpop or easily at that pop limit with your elephants. I haven't seen that, but okay. Ottomans, military wagons rather than outpost wagons. Is anyone sending this card? I'm not sure, but that's a thing. Villagers of non-Europeans construct up to 7 outposts. Okay, I guess there was a bug to make more outposts. Sounds like another treaty adjustment here. Spanish, a logistician now benefits all exploration age shipments as well as improved buildings, hot air balloons, native lore, and extensive fortifications. Papal Guard. Oh, look at this. You now have to train research the guard, crossbow, and pikes instead of being instantly acquired when reaching H4. So that'll slow that fast industrial just slightly there for sure. Whoa, look at this. Royal Guard has been from 1,000 to 300. Wow, that's going to be interesting. That's a huge change. So we'll see, I guess, how those counteract. 'Cause I feel like that's a pretty nice buff for a slight nerf here. Reduce the cost. Man, I don't know. I feel like this might be overall a buff for Spain. This takes a little bit longer to get, but I guess it slows down fast industrial just slightly. Maybe it'll make it easier to make those timing attacks on a player that is fast industrialing when they still have to research these upgrades. So very interesting changes to Spanish. Oh, what are we waiting for? What are they doing to Sweden here? Okay. Added a wood crate and removed a food crate from the starting resources pile. So does that allow you to get an additional torp, maybe? I'm not sure what the exact limit is. I haven't played a ton of Swedes. I just kind of know what they do in general. Jaegers, Black Riders, and Landsnets now be recruited from the Sloon as a default civilization feature. Oh boy. I've got a bad feeling we're going to see a lot of mercenaries on the battlefield with this. I'm assuming they've changed something with the torp here. I get nervous a lot of times, especially playing Lakota a lot. Countering mass mercenaries can be hard, so I'm nervous about this one here. The torp has been just as follows. Oh, here we go. The torp nerf. Placement restriction radius from 5 to 7.8 reduces the number of torps can be built to 4. So they can't put 5 now. They have to put 4, and that's nice. Spread out their torps. That's great. Love it. Increased cost, 115 to 125. I like that. Swede players are crying right now. I'm so sorry if you play Sweden. It's been overdue. Amount of food spawn from 150 to 125. Okay, so they nerfed berry bushes. I guess there you could berry block before. I didn't know that. Okay. Let's see here. Carolean. Range increased from 10 to 12. Looks like changes the cards. So they no longer increase +1 range with each of these. So does that mean instead of obtaining 13 range, you now get 12 range out of the gate? Possibly? I don't know. More range early on, it looks like, for the Carolean. Snap lock, reduce the bonus. Okay, so less range for a snap lock there. Okay, that's nice. Oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this day. They have been just like wrecking every type of cav unit you can send at them. Less heavy cav multiplier. You know what? This will make my Rough Rider stronger against them. I like that. Reduce heavy cav multiplier, shock infantry, okay. No longer inflict bonus damage to light range cav. Woo-hoo-hoo! Bring on the bow riders. I like this. Okay, I think this is going to give us a good chance against these guys now. And not surprising to see they have given a buff to their cav units here. Range resistance up extra 10%. We'll be interested to see if you actually see stables going down with Sweden here. I think we're going to see a lot more mercenary plays out of Sweden with these different mercenary changes we're seeing. Now allows Jaegers and Black Riders to be trained from regular military. I mean, yeah, these are big changes to the gameplay with how I think they want them to be using mercenaries. Ooh, that's a nice buff. Okay, Sweden, you got a 3 Hussar shipment now. That's pretty good. In H2. Okay. Fusiliers. Oh boy, I hate Fusiliers. Reduce the cost from 700 to 400. Oh, they're easier to get. But okay, they get 3 instead of 4, so they can't one-shot villagers. Okay, I think it's so they have a better counter to cav maybe in H2. That looks like what they're talking about. I'm not too upset. I think this is appropriate with some of the changes they made, although they did buff the range of Caroleans. Okay, they nerfed the Ironworks. Okay, so I think eco-wise, Swede's going to have to really rethink what they're doing here. It's certainly going to be nerfed for sure. Black Riders can be resent upon the Imperial Age. All pre-existing torpberry bushes into blueberry bushes. More effectively achieve its original design. Oh. So maybe this only makes it so that if you've only already built a torp, it converts it. It doesn't convert future ones into blueberries. I think that's what it is. So wow, big changes to Sweden. You're going to want to read this closely if you play Sweden, but I think for a lot of players, it's going to be a relief as there has been a lot of very strong Sweden players recently on ladder. Okay, and then we got some map changes. Okay, so not I mean, you can read more about those map changes. Not any huge fixes here. Oh, I like this. They fixed the trading route bug to upgrade the trading route. I think, yeah, from being researchable. Sockets from spawning, so you couldn't make them. Okay, that's nice. And it looks like more food on the map. So I like that. I was struggling with this map, so I like to see that. I was kind of hoping to see like a different map rotation. Wouldn't that be nice? Lobbies and matchmaking. Treaty and team games will now pick from their own map pools. Okay, so maybe that means there is a different map pool for those types of games. We'll see. I keep waiting to see what we see in Age 2 Definitive Edition, where you can veto some mouse would be nice. Random sim. Okay, some UI changes. Okay, and then let's see some AI changes. Computer player. Okay, so this is like playing against the computer, right? Yeah, I didn't know if it was like how your units behave. I didn't know we have villagers running across looking for resources. So it looked like if you like playing this computer, you're going to want to read up on these changes here. And then some modding changes. So hopefully for the modding community, give some better support. Ongoing investigation, attack move optimization fixes. Yeah, we all know this. Looks like they're working on it, but nothing here yet. Mod support. Okay, I love seeing this. I recently started getting into playing some mods and scenarios lately, so I'm excited to see more. Stuck units. Yep, I think they've been looking on this into this one since day one, but they're working on it. I wish I'd seen something about I'm unable to select Ottoman boats a lot of times, I've found. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that bug. Working on crashes. Okay. So overall, guys, I think the biggest takeaways from this balance is it's going to be interesting to see how this affects the Spanish fast industrial with a few changes here. A big change to Sweden. I think we're going to see we're going to rethink how you play that civ or how you play against them. I think we're going to see a lot of different strategies coming out of them forced by these updates. I think Inca got a little bit of a nerf, it looks like. I think a little bit of a buff for India here. And then some treaty changes, and possibly it looks like Tiger Claws or Rattan shields. I can't tell. I think they've been nerfed here, but I'll have to do some more digging into that myself. But anyways, I wanted to give you guys my first insight into update number 13088, and I'm looking forward to diving into it on the ladder tonight, and I will see you there. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and you can catch me live on twitch.tv/FitzBro. And you can also learn more about the channel and Lakota strategy by joining us in the Discord channel that is located on my Twitch page. Hope to see you there.